What's good, everyone? I got some Black Ops, which is surprising because you guys don't see this anymore, and there's good reason because I don't really like to play it. But I figure I might as well use some games in my file share. Trying to drop some commentaries on you guys. See what you think. First off, why the fuck am I using a G11 in a Nuketown free-for-all? With Sleight of Hand, Hardline Pro, and Marathon Pro, or Sleight of Hand Pro, they're all pro. But seriously, this gun is probably one of the worst guns you can use in this, just because, I don't know, I just feel like a nice submachine gun does the trick just as well than this G11. And watch this guy's funny. He knows I'm just going to stay there. And yep, halo jump. But yeah, I do a lot of camping in this, but, because I don't really know how to approach this in a free-for-all manner. It's very hectic, especially, I mean, we had 8 people for Nuketown. I mean, that's just insane. It's a very close game. It gets ridiculous at the end. I'm like, whoa. And I still remember the game. It's about 2 months old, but I'm like, oh my gosh, I remember what happened. I was like, oh, I barely pulled this one off. But what I'm going to talk to you guys about today is the next, well, not the next, but this COD killer everyone is talking about. Now, what a COD killer? Like, what do you mean? Like, you guys know what I mean. The game that's gonna trump Call of Duty. A lot of people saying Battlefield 3. I got it right. I didn't say Battlefield Bad Company 3 because I know a lot of fanboys get pissed at that. But Battlefield 3, people are like, well, that's gonna be top Call of Duty, no problem. And like everyone's like, well, Battlefield Bad Company 2 is better than that. And the thing is, I don't know. I played Battlefield Bad Company, the first one, and I really liked it. It wasn't as fast as Call of Duty, and that's what people want. They want fast gameplay. In Halo, it doesn't really have fast gameplay, but it's quick. I don't know how to say that. I mean, there's no like sprinting and stuff, but kill, you respawn right away. In Battlefield Bad Company, I don't know. It's more of a tactical, which I like playing those. Don't get me wrong. It's just, I don't know. It's just not really my thing. I do like to snipe in those games, so because of that, though. In this game, in Call of Duty, it's kind of hard to snipe because the maps are kind of small. But in Bad Company, you can sit out on a rock, and it's fun. COD Killer, I already know what it's gonna be. I'm calling it right now. I'm making this video for evidence, proof that the next COD Killer. What do you guys think it's gonna be? What do you guys think I'm gonna say? Do you think I'm gonna say Gears of War? No, that game is not gonna take over Call of Duty. That game seems to be more of like, kind of like a cult game, like it has its followers and stuff. But I don't think it's gonna do well enough to beat Call of Duty. What other games are out there? There's really no other big shoes out there. I mean, Battlefield, that won't do it. People like that style of game, but it's not gonna beat the Call of Duty formula. I can't even think. So I can't name any more games. So what's gonna be the COD killer? Here we go. I got it for you guys with factual evidence that the next COD killer will be itself. That's it. Simple, right? And you gotta figure, like, how does that work? How does the next Call of Duty killer, or the Call of Duty killer gonna, what? Like, I don't even understand what you're saying. You're crazy. The thing is, Call of Duty pushes a game a year. At least that's what it's been up to the past. I mean, it was Call of Duty 4, World at War, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops. And I think they're shooting for this November again with Modern Warfare 3, but I also heard that they might push it back a little bit. I'm not sure. But you gotta figure, you're pushing these games year after year. You're not really changing much to the formula. Something's gonna go wrong. And with Black Ops, what they did is they put in, I don't know, the perks they put in and the tiers they did, like with Ghost and stuff. People are like, well, Ghost, Ninja, and I don't know, there was like in Hacker or something, should all be in the same tier. And I do gotta say, the perks should be tiered a little bit better. The hit detection, that's horrible. I can't really say whose fault that is, but another thing the Call of Duty franchise is doing that I really am kind of feeling weird about is they're switching developers every other game. It's like, here, we're gonna take this game, and then we're gonna let you have the next game, and then we're gonna take it back for this game. I'm like, I think they should just pick a developer. I don't really care, Activision or Treyarch. They both have their advantages. They both have their disadvantages. But why would you do that? Why would you keep throwing the game into other people? Because, I mean, they're going to tweak their little bit, and then the other guys are going to tweak it and maybe try to offset it in the next game, and that just doesn't make sense to me. With Black Ops, they're just kind of, I don't know, with Halo, they did rehash the same game over and over and over again, but they did find the formula for a successful game, and that's what has pushed them through this far, and that's how they stayed on top of the first-person shooter franchise for so long. I mean, instead of making new games, they did dish out a lot of map packs and stuff, and they didn't need to really patch anything. I mean, the game played really well, and it's always played well, at least in my eyes. I mean, look at Guitar Hero. They pushed a game a year, then they boosted up to 2, and then, I don't know, they pushed all like the Guitar Hero, Metallica, Van Halen, and all those extra games, and I think it even maybe got up to 2 or 3 games a year on average for 2 years. Look at them now. They're done. I don't know if I don't think they went bankrupt, but I know they're under. There's no more Guitar Heroes. And with being a business student in college, I understand that to stay on top of the market, you really have to keep pushing the product. That's what Apple does with their iPods. I mean, every year it's like new iPod, and people go out and buy it. But the thing is, they're on top, and they make their new products each year. They make people want them. With Guitar Hero, no one really wanted them because everyone's like, well, I like the songs in this one, so I don't really need that. And with Call of Duty, people are going to be like, well, I already have a nice Call of Duty game. I don't want to pay the $60 for something that's essentially the same and might be a little flawed. And with Sledgehammer taking the multiplayer, I think, and Activision taking the single player, or I don't know how that's dishing up. I think they're splitting it, though. I don't know how that's going to work for the next Call of Duty, and I don't think people are going to want it. I know a lot of people are heading back to Modern Warfare 2 and forgetting Black Ops, but I mean, that's what's going to happen. People are just going to stick with the old Call of Duties, and I don't think they're going to support the newer Call of Duties as much. Granted, the sales will still be up there, but you give it a couple months, people are going to put that down, and they're going to put in their Modern Warfare 2 disc. And that's it. Sorry I went over the time. I don't know, I felt like I had to say this. You guys like Call of Duty gameplay, so it's a nice free-for-all. I get lucky at the end. My dogs end up doing work, and catches me up to win by 2 kills. But Call of Duty Killer will be Call of Duty itself.